Well, I did a clutch job on my 55 Chevy. No outboard video this time. Another car video. Last time I changed the clutch in this car was 1975. I put the second motor in it. And she froze up on me about 2 months ago. I didn't use the car for 2 months, sat in the garage, and it just locked up, no clutch. So I ended up changing the flywheel. I bought more of my parts from Summit. The Zoom pressure plate and clutch, just a replacement, 11-inch, nothing too heavy duty. I changed the pilot bearing, the throwout bearing. Pilot bearing was good. And after a lot of research, I got another clutch ball for it, replacement, very hard to find. And I put that in there new because this one was worn. There's the box that the one came in. I got it on eBay for like $10, which was fantastic. But I just want to tell people, unfortunately as we get older, laying on your back and pulling transmissions out and doing all the good stuff is grueling for somebody who's, pretty much over 60 really. I'm in my 60s now, so. But it was quite a job. But I got it done. Everything works good again. So I figured I'd just post this. Get a short little video up. But people say they don't see enough of this car. Did a couple of videos on it. Pretty much showed everybody. Again, it's a daily driver. It's nothing fantastic. I got the battery charger now. I had this car a long time. It was my first car. It was a high school car. And I bought it for $50, 1969, October. Had a blown 6, 3 on the tree. And I put 2 motors in it. This is a second 327. It's a 64th 327 in here. I got a little dent right there I got to fix. It's all black epoxy primer. I did it in 2006. I stripped the whole car. Bought new wheels for it. Boyd Coddington crown jewels. All around. 18-inch. A little shallower rim in the front. A little deeper in the back. But the clutch was quite an experience again. I did it over the course of like 4 or 5 days. Summit was real fast with the delivery with their parts. Fantastic. Like 2 days. Two days I got the parts from Ohio. And the old stuff didn't look too bad. The original clutch I had in there since '75 still had about, 40 thousandths of material above the rivets on the disc. Pressure plate wasn't bad. Flywheel, I already cleaned it up with a Daco with a Scotch-Brite. It was rusted somewhat, but wasn't too bad. But it just locked up on me. I had no clutch. I shut the engine off. 4-speed would shift fine. Start the engine up, I couldn't get out of neutral. Shut the engine off, it shifts fine, again. Then I put it in first with the engine off, pressed on the clutch, and nothing. In first gear, would not disengage, so it's kind of freaky. First I thought it was the linkage. So I ended up mounting a camera inside my engine compartment. Okay, well, not camera. The cell phone. Got in the car and I pushed on the clutch pedal, and all the linkage was working fine, so nothing's stripped. I thought maybe the belt crank underneath the dashboard where the clutch linkage pivots on, maybe that's stripped. That's a known problem, but everything was good. It was just pressure plate locked up to the clutch disc and the flywheel, and I couldn't get it to free up. When I first took the car out of storage in 2015, I had the same problem, but I just banged it a few times, and started it and banged the clutch pedal up and down, with a heavy foot, and it freed up. But this time it wouldn't. And I wanted to change it anyway because it's been so long. 45 years is a long time. So I did the flywheel, the throwout bearing. I used the same fork. The fork was good. And pressure plate, disc, and again, the pivot ball down there. Anybody ever needs one of these things? I think it's a 6-cylinder one, actually. The part number's on here. 307396 Borg and Beck. So the one I put on it was exactly the same as this one. but the threads were half the length, but it worked fine. But just to find one, I've seen people in the forums complain they can't find them. But I was lucky, this guy on eBay had one. eBay has everything. But that's where I stand. I got that all done. Everything shifts good now, so I'm excited. I had to drop the exhaust on one side, which was a pain in the ass. What else? Of course, the drive shaft comes out. Duh. Everybody knows that. And but it's all done, and I'm really happy. But again, if you got to do this do this kind of work, and you're older, on the ground's a killer. On a lift, no problem. But this is the last time I'm doing anything major on the ground. I had it jacked up on cinder blocks and everything, so it was high off the ground. But just a little short video. I figured I'll let it out. It's been a while since I did an outboard video, so take care and thanks a lot.